Hi, I'm Scott Jordan, CEO and founder of SCOTTeVEST, and I'm here to tell you about my recent trip to Europe. It was an amazing trip. I started out in Amsterdam and I spent 3 or 4 days there, and then I moved over to London and I had an amazing time there. Some of the highlights for me personally were meeting with customers. And because of social media, I hooked up with a lot of our customers, both in Amsterdam and in London. It was a great opportunity to sit down with the customers and understand what they think about the brand, what they think about the products, what they think about me and my image. We talked about a lot of things about where the brand is going and what kinds of products they'd like to see, and technology and what technology they use and what technology they use in traveling. The biggest lesson for me in traveling is that the moment I arrive at the airport, I relinquish all control of my schedule and my life to the airlines, to TSA. I don't complain about it, I just go through it. If you let those things bother you, that you're going to have a miserable experience. You have to recognize that there are things outside of your control. It's tripit.com, a fabulous app. It basically, I encourage you to check it out. When you get to an airport, it will tell you where your next gate is. It will text message you. It will tell you if your flight is late. It will tell you where your bags are. It will remind you to check in. And it also has a social media component too that will tell you when your friends are traveling. That was fantastic. I use TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor is another application that tells you, where are the good restaurants, what are cool things to do. Data. I brought my iPhone 4S at the time. I got the international plan, which was like $25 for I think 100 megabytes of data. You would be shocked how quickly you can go through 100 megabytes of data just checking your email. You go through all the settings to make sure you minimize your data usage. And even having done that, I used 300 megabytes of data, most of which, by the way, was downloaded data. Another thing I learned a lot about was hotel key cards. They are so easily demagnetized. Now, we have a lot of magnets in a lot of our garments, and you have to be careful, and I always have been careful whenever I'm putting my key card in my wallet, make sure it doesn't go in front of any of the magnets, whether it be the pocket or the wind flap in this case. But I was so frustrated this last time because it seemed like every time I got to my room, I couldn't get in. So what I did was this great little experiment, and we have some video on it. I got 3 additional cards, and I touched the card, one to my cell phone. Immediately upon touching my cell phone, it got demagnetized. So number 2, I touched my iPad. I pulled my iPad out of this pocket, and the iPad was off for the entire day, and the moment I touched it, it was demagnetized. Step 3, I took it and I rubbed it against a credit card. And I was really surprised because I've been told that credit cards can demagnetize it, but I never really believed it. Sure enough, one quick rub against a credit card, it demagnetizes hotel key cards. So when I thought I was putting my card safely in my wallet, away from anything that could demagnetize it, I was in fact putting it near a source that did just that, demagnetized it. Really getting to know the locals and asking them where to go and what to do. You don't want to go just to the touristy locations. Don't just ask your concierge or your hotel people where to go. Oddly enough, I rarely use public transportation in the United States. I don't know why. When I lived in Chicago, I did, but for the most part, it seems scary. But if you get comfortable with the use of public transportation, it opens up so many doors, and you really feel like an adventurer and a world traveler. I was in London, and I was all over the tube. And sure enough, the first time I went, I got lost, and I asked someone. I got on the wrong train, wrong direction. But it's part of traveling. It's part of the excitement is to learn about, new cultures, new environments, and learn how to get around. Highlights of the trip was Christian Payne, documentally. He came up with this placement, this idea for this his pocket, and we spent a lot of time together, and he introduced me to a number of his friends. And I was walking down around Piccadilly Circus, and and it was just unbelievable. I had an all-around fabulous time. I encourage everyone to travel more and more and do it with a SCOTTeVEST. And when I say out of here, you don't know where I'm going to be, because I'm not just out of this camera range, but I'm going to a different country as often as I can, and I encourage you to do the same.